and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been with us before, welcome back. And if you saw the title and decided to click on, thank you. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Today's story time is just like the title says. When I booked our vacation and when we got to one part of our destination, the whole city was shut down. And it wasn't for the C word. If you want to hear what happened, stay tuned. If you stuck around, you want to hear about the mishap. So here we go. This vacation started out, it was a month-long vacation. And in the process, we had a few stops on the way and coming back to make the vacation a pleasant one. Because when you stay somewhere for a long period of time, you start to get antsy and want to get back home. And it doesn't feel like vacation. For the most part, it starts to feel like you went home. So I wanted to break it up so it could feel more like a long, fun vacation in the midst of everything. So the first place we went to, of course, was a couple of places in the States. And then we went out the country. We was out the country for 20 days. So when we were out the country for 20 days, it was cool or whatnot. But again, you start to, miss the pleasantries of home, depending on what place you're at, spending 20 days. But we went because it had a lot of things that we wanted to see, a lot of educational things that we wanted to see out of the country. But on the way back, on the way there first, we made a stop in Belgium, Germany. So when we made a stop there, we got a waffle. One of the best waffles. But my husband just took a little piece of my waffle. He didn't order a waffle. He decided to order something else. I forgot what he ordered. But I wanted the waffle. I was in Germany. I wanted a waffle. So the waffle was so good. So he tasted the piece. He was like, oh. So after he got his food, he was like, oh, I'm getting a waffle when we come back. And the reason I think he didn't get a waffle because I think it was like maybe 1 o'clock in the afternoon or something like that. And he was like, I don't want a waffle. I want breakfast. I want lunch. So he got like a sandwich or something like that. And the bread was really good too. But I got the waffle. So needless to say, he wanted the waffle after tasting my waffle. So he was like, okay, when we come back, I'm going to get a waffle. I said, well, we're not coming back here. We're going to Frankfurt when we on our way back. He was like, perfect. I'm gonna get one in Frankfurt. So I was like, okay. So I'm looking around because I hadn't thought about a waffle. I had some other places I wanted to see, some museums I wanted to see. So, and there was a place, because it was around Christmas time, there was a place called Something Lights, and I wanted to take some pictures because I heard it was so beautiful and you had to get it was a picture perfect moment. So I had to get pictures. So that was my whole thing. I was just ready for that, and I wanted to see 2 museums while we were there. And now added to my itinerary, I had to put a waffle. So I found a place and I called the hotel and I said, look, I called the concierge because I also needed to check to make sure that our reservations was, good and everything, because I like to just do my checks. If you don't know why, you might want to check out my Jamaica video when my hotel was closed. So I like to check everything, and I also asked the concierge. I speak to the concierge after I checked about our reservation, and I asked the concierge, was this restaurant that I looked up, was it any good? He was like, oh, it's fabulous. And I said, and I want to know if it'll be open when we arrive. Yes, it's always open. It never closes. It's always open. So I said, okay. And I only asked because of the time of the year we were getting there. So I didn't know if it was going to be open. It's always open, and it's one of the best. So I was like, okay, cool. So our trip ended before we arrived there. We arrived there late Christmas Eve. So when we arrived late Christmas Eve, I was like, okay, let me go ahead and, find a place to get dinner. Well, Christmas Eve, The time we got there, I think we got there like 11 something. There was hardly any place open for dinner. So what we decided to do was, there was like this little pizza place in the Frankfurt airport, because our hotel was actually in the Frankfurt airport, which luckily us. But there was this one place, and because we walked around the whole freaking airport looking for food, everything was closed. And there was one pizza place that was, and so it was like, oh, thank you, because it was pretty late at night, and I was like, oh, thank goodness, because we were starving, because we were like, okay, when we get to Frankfurt, we're gonna get, some good eats or whatever. Christmas Eve night, we're gonna get our eat on, So the reason why I did this, y'all, little story here, is Christmas, me and my husband is usually planning to leave for our New Year's trip. And because all our families pretty much get together Thanksgiving, Christmas is usually everybody's trying to be with their actual immediate family. For Christmas, you have college students coming home from college, things like this. So everybody likes to do everybody just does everything together as a big family for Thanksgiving. But Christmas, me and my husband usually just chilling at home, getting ready for our New Year's trip. And it was like, this year, we want to do something a little different. We have no little kids, so we want to do something different. So we go ahead and we get so I'm just like, yes, this is gonna be a perfect Christmas trip to lead up to our New Year's trip, right? So we get our pizza. Like, okay, fine, we got in late, so when we go back to the story time, we got in late, so I was like, okay, we get pizza, but we getting in the morning, we going to brunch at this place. We gonna get our waffle, and yes, and then we gonna sightsee. I had all this. I was just yes. We get to go to the museum, take beautiful pictures at these lights. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic. So we go ahead and we get our pizza, come back to the room, found a drink machine. And we're like, okay, if we miss this airport pizza, probably microwave pizza, but we okay. We'll eat this tonight, and tomorrow we're going to sleep in until about 11. And then we're going to go ahead and get us some brunch. And then we're going to go sightseeing and going around. And we're going to get back here about maybe 8. And I was like, maybe stuff gonna probably close about 6. I was like, okay, you know what? Let's get for 10. We compromised. Let's get up for 10 then. The time we dress, we'll be out for 11. He was like, how about we get up for 9? We'll be out for 10, because everybody probably gonna close about 6. You know what? This sounds good. We can still see the museums, get our picture moment after brunch. Okay, well, it won't be brunch, it'll be breakfast, but okay, I'm okay. So we get to sleep after we eat our pizza. We get some good sleep. Get up that morning about 9 o'clock. All right, I'm getting dressed, ready for the day. Makeup on, did my hair. He's dressed. We're downstairs at 10. So we go downstairs, and the lady at the desk said, y'all don't want to do breakfast here? I'm like, no, we want waffles. Girl, no hotel breakfast. We want waffles. So she was like, okay. I said, the concierge here, because I wanted to thank him about the place. And she said, well, no, he's off. It's Christmas Day. So I was like, okay, that's understandable. That's understandable. I said, but just want to make sure my restaurant is open. So she looked down. I guess she Googled it. And she said, yes, it's open. I said, okay, good. And my husband was like, you didn't check? I was like, she just told you it's open. I was like, okay, if you say so. So I was like, let's get a cab. So we got a cab. So the bellman got us a cab, and we went ahead and we got in the cab. and we start driving. Now it started raining, so I'm like, dang, it's raining, but that's okay. We're gonna have a good day. So we driving, and we finally get to the place. And our taxi was $70. So we went ahead, paid the taxi guy, and got out the car because we told him where we was going. He was like, "Oh, okay, good place." I said, "Okay." So we get out the taxi, and he parks a block up from the place. So I'm like, "Okay." He was like, "It's back there." I said, "Okay." We didn't see it. We wasn't paying no attention. We let him do his thing. So we pay him the $70, give him a little tip, and we get out the car. As we get out the car, he's still sitting there. So we get out the car, we walk back, and we get to the place, and it's closed. So I'm like, what? So I'm like, we gotta catch this cab driver so we can get back to the hotel. Because now I'm angry. We go back to catch him, and of course he's gone. So we start walking. I said, let's find a light place. Let's get another car and find a light place. So we walking, and everything. When I tell you, it's like a ghost town. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, I don't know where we are, what we're doing. Wait. So we found a taxi. I'm like, yes, got a taxi. So get to the taxi, and I said, can you take us to this place with the lights? He said, sure, but they're closed. What do you mean? He was like, it's Christmas Day. It's closed. I said, okay, we'll go to the museum. He went, where are you from? He gives me that laugh. And my husband was like, just take us back to the hotel. He was like, everything is closed. It's Christmas. And I was like, well, we have to at least have. You know what? There was a place I think I saw. He's like, there's 2 cafes that's open on the strip right here that you can walk to get you. I said, do they serve waffles? He was like, no. Croissants, bread, tea, coffee. Pretty much it. I said, no way. I was just like, we'll find something. There's places in the airport. We are staying at the airport. Just come on. I'm like, it's just going to run my day. So I get back in the cab. We head back to the airport. $75. Thanks, appreciate you. Get out. I was just like, you just spent over $140 and we got no waffle. I said, I know, right? Well, let's go walk in the mall. In the airport. We'll find something. So we walking some more. Everything's closed. So we found this supermarket place, and it was a store. It's like a little store in there, and of course a little pizza guy. And I was like, I don't want that. But Starbucks is open, so I said that'll make my day. So we got some Starbucks. I was like, so what about dinner tonight? Like, what we gonna do? What about Christmas dinner's gonna consist of? I said, I don't know. Let's walk back to the hotel and see. Well, the hotel had dinner available for Christmas. So I was like, okay, great. We'll book there. So I was like, sorry, ma'am. You had to book it the day before. Unfortunately, we can't. We don't have any seats because the cook only cooked for the reservations. And you have to have prior reservations. So you know what? I'm just going upstairs. We're just going to deal with it later. I was like, what you need later? If you think everything's closed now. Because by this time, it's about 1 o'clock. He was like, if everything's closed now, what do you think later is going to happen? I said, you're right. Let's go walk the airport some more. So we were walking some more. And we finally settled on what we were going to have for dinner that night. We decided to get a cup of noodles. He had a cup, I had a cup. We were going to ramen it. And that's what we did. So we got the noodles, came back to our hotel. I opened up the thing looking for a microwave. There's no microwave. That's fine. We'll go down to the front desk. They'll have a microwave. We go down to the front desk, and actually the staff microwave is broken. Well, we was staying at a Hyatt. So she said the best thing I suggest you do is go to the bar, get some bar food. I said bar food is always good because a drink can help solve all this. So we go there, and the only thing they had was nachos, but it was okay, and wings. So we got nachos and wings for dinner, and we had a nice stiff drink. So this conclusion of this story is, if you make plans for a vacation, make sure you check the days that you're going, that the place is open. And the only reason our front desk person didn't know is because she looked at Google.